Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and some more Battlefront 2 content. In this video I wanted to continue my Starfighter class overview with the third and final class, the Bombers. The Bomber class is probably my favorite in the game right now, and as the name suggests, it packs a lot of power. The two bomber ships available is the Y-Wing for the Rebels and the TIE Bomber for the Imperials. The main difference with the other classes is that these ships are a lot slower and harder to maneuver. You cannot do as quick turns as any of the other classes, especially if you compare to an interceptor. And they're also a lot slower, which means that if you do catch someone on your tail as a bomber, it's gonna be quite tricky to lose them, as you will not be able to outmaneuver them. But they do have some other tricks up their sleeves that I will get to in a second. And to make up for this, the Bombers also has the most health out of the classes, which makes sense to balance for their lack of speed and maneuverability. If we start off with the first ability, we have the dual Proton Torpedoes, and these are available both for the Y-Wing and the TIE Bomber. These are very similar to the normal Proton Torpedoes. You can lock on and fire them, or you can fire them freely if you want to shoot at a stationary target. The only difference is simply that you fire two instead of one, which means twice the damage. But if you move on to the second and third ability, we have some interesting things that differs the ships between each other. For the Y-Wing, we have the Astromech Repair, which repairs the ship fairly quickly over time, similarly to the X-Wing. So this can be helpful if you have someone behind you and you find it hard to escape from them and you want to heal up. And the third ability for the Y-Wing is the one that can really help you if you're struggling with someone behind you, because it's the Ion Cannon Turret ability. And when you activate this ability, it will fire automatically at enemies and objectives around you. So if you have someone behind you, it will turn around and fire at them, which is a really effective tool to use if you're struggling with enemies behind you. Because sometimes I've been after a bomber, they use the turret, and I realize, oh, they're gonna kill me with that turret, so I fly off to the side and leave them alone. But not only that, if you're going straight for an objective using your dual Proton Torpedoes, that Ion Cannon will also attack the objective, even if the objective is behind you sometimes if you've flown past it. So it has a lot of uses both defensively and offensively. And if we move over to the TIE Bomber, it also has some abilities that can help you escape enemies that are hunting you. First off, we have the electronic countermeasures. These will make the enemy lose the lock onto you and will make it a lot harder to hit. So this is a purely defensive ability. As soon as you're getting low health and you feel that a lot of enemies are shooting at you, simply pop the electronic countermeasures to make it a lot harder for them to kill you. So I would recommend doing it as soon as possible, because even if you use it, they can still manage to hit you. So if you use it when you have 10% health left, you will probably still die. And then thirdly, it has the multi-missile lock, arguably the most powerful anti-objective ability in the game, because this ability fires 3 missiles, and on top of that, it doesn't require a manual fire. What this means is that for all the other missiles, you need to press the button for the lock-on to start, and then you need to press it again for the missiles to fire once it's locked on. But this ability will fire all the 3 missiles as soon as you have locked on, so you just need to press once, and then boom boom boom, it will fire automatically. So the TIE Bomber has both the multi-missile lock and the dual Proton Torpedoes. So you can imagine how effective this ship is at taking out enemy objectives such as blockade runners. But not only that, it can be effective against other ships as well. As long as you get them in your line of sight and you don't have to do any crazy maneuvers to get to them, if you lock on those 3 missiles, you can even take down Poe Dameron like I do right here. The star cards, however, are the same between the two ships: increased health, increased time to overheat primary weapon, or reduced time to get a missile lock on you. Personally, I would probably get the increased health, but the second one is up to how you like to play. But that wraps up the Bomber class. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.